All right, thanks for tuning in to Leading Forecast. And tell you what, still an active pattern, still a weird pattern. I don't even pretend to understand this anymore. I just go day by day, wait and see what happens. No, going on over to this is the infrared satellite, and you can see here's our system winding up out here across the plains. And tell you what, it's quite the system. Going to dump some very heavy snow out across this area, and then we get severe weather breaking out across this area, and one of those classic storms that comes through and just causes havoc across the nation. Visible satellite, you can see we do have those clouds coming in with that storm out here. We have some clouds off the east coast. Pretty sunny down across the south as well as the Midwest here, and very, very warm as this warm air is surging in. And it got in the 60s here yesterday, and it was very, very warm, lower 60s here in southern Indiana, I should say, without that wind, and it just felt like spring, and making me want to storm chase, getting my SDS up. So, anyways, let's go on over. This is the radar. Not too much going on. We do have some showers across South Texas, some more showers up across Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, places like that. Other than that, some showers down here. We're pretty quiet, but that's going to change. Here we go. This is the current watch warnings map. You can see the orange in here. The orange in here is blizzard warnings. So Denver eastward over towards Hayes under a blizzard warning, and then blizzard watches up across south Nebraska, and then winter storm warnings on watches in this area here. And they're just going to get some crazy snow. They're going to get some real crazy snow out to this area, and we'll show you that here in just a second. Severe risk today, slight risk down across northern Texas up towards the Panhandle, and then western Oklahoma here, places out towards Elk City, Amarillo, maybe even Oklahoma City, getting in on some of these storms as they form later on today. And then you do have the 5% tornado risk down here today. I think that's a pretty good place to put it. I was looking at some of the modeling for this, and yeah, I definitely think that's a fitting place. Tomorrow, slight risk out across the North Texas, South Oklahoma, and then western Arkansas. I'm not a big fan of tomorrow's severe weather event. I think it could be linear, and if there are a few cells, they're going to be hailers. I don't think we're going to see any kind of major tornado outbreak by any means. And the C-Tex up into northern Arkansas, southern Missouri. And then as we get into Saturday, the weekend here, C-Tex comes out down here for some gusty winds and some small hail. Here's the rapid refresh for later on today, and we'll zoom in on this. And you can see some cells. This is by 0Z. And then here's this one lone cell coming up that's developed into the kind of the corner there of southwestern Oklahoma and northern Texas. That's going to kind of move off, and that could be our one cell. We might just have that one cell that forms today and produces a tornado. We'll just have to wait and see. Going on over to the forecast models, this is as we get into tomorrow. A low pressure center here, thunderstorms getting going out here, rain up into this area. Might get a couple rumbles of thunder, and then look at the snow cranking up back here across Denver, up towards Nebraska, places like that. Really starting to see heavy snow tomorrow. Then as we get into Saturday, your lows trying to come out through here. Rain going on from Indianapolis out towards St. Louis, down towards Nashville, Paducah. Heavy snow going on in northern Kansas out towards southern Nebraska, and eventually working its way up towards Iowa. And then as we get into Sunday, the storm eventually works its way off, comes through, big high pressure system building in here. Brings a little bit of a shallow pool of cold air in with this high pressure system, but overall it's going to stay warm. We've had a very, very warm winter. Somehow I figure we'll probably pay for it, but it may be a bad severe weather season, but we'll have to wait and see. And for all the people going to ChaserCon here, that's not it yet. But the snowfall map, 12 to 18 inches out here across this area, maybe even out towards Denver gets 12 to 18 inches. And then 6 to 12 out through this area. That includes Denver all the way up to kind of just north of Omaha there. So not a winter storm you want to have to deal with, but it's going to be a pretty intense one. And then this is ChaserCon. If you look, this is the early morning on the 16th, which we're leaving on that day to go out here towards Denver. And if you look out here, a little low pressure system sitting out here, and then cold air coming in. Look at the snow. Very heavy snow out across places like Denver, northern Kansas. Luckily, we'll have to wait and see. I-70 runs about right through here, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But that's like almost the very last run. That's 336-hour GFS, and it can't even predict 36 hours, so let alone the other 300. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. That'll change and whatever. So, anyways, that's all I have for the day. Have a great weekend. Till next time, I'm Joseph Cooper.